Question 2. How effective is the combination of your main product and your ancillary texts? In our A2 coursework, we have made a music video called Dance for Consumer for our band demographic. As well as this, I have made 2 ancillary products, a magazine advert and an 8-panel digipack. I have created a brand for my indie rock band, making it recognisable to my target audience of 16 to 24-year-old 60% males through the theme of my video is promiscuity from a dominant anti-hero trying to get with our star persona, Diane 1979, Billy Marsden. The overall ideology of our band is which is very stereotypical because of the genre of our band. So I've tried to include this last element of our band throughout the brand. So much that it hurts, stupid world. And all you fancy, there she goes again. The subculture of our band is indie rock. We targeted them using the information we knew through research and planning to create imagery entity yin ang. For example, we created a presentation on Prezi.com to present our ideas to our classmates who gave us constructive qualitative feedback through a survey on surveymonkey.com. Even though our sample was not representative, so our feedback cannot be generalised, our sample did not give bias and quite a few were stereotypical of our genre, indie kids. We tried to speak to the audience through micro elements such as mise-en-scène, camera work and editing. For example, we have used costume within our video to create a preferred reading, Hall 1980, of our band being an indie band. For example, the star persona wearing iconography such as his glasses, which connote niche because they look old. This creates verisimilitude within our stock characters, Vladimir Prop, 1928. We also use costume to connote binary oppositions of gender. This is through using our female anti-hero as challenging stereotypes of typical indie kid costume by wearing her fur coat. This challenges it because if you look at stereotypical indie kids, such as in Do or Die by 30 Seconds to Mars, she completely challenges the stereotype. In my digipack, you can see her red lips. These have become an icon throughout my entire brand, just like her blonde hair. The red lips connote sexuality through a shared preferred meaning. The lips are used everywhere in my products, which creates synergy through my productions. This is pastiche through products such as Green Day's album, which use the same effect for everything to do with that one particular album. Location through my brand is particularly important as all of my photographs are on my magazine advert or from my location. This location is the venue at Stocksbridge, but within our music video we use jump cuts of the location to denote that it's at the AO2 Academy in Sheffield. As the band being a local band, it helps with the ideologies of the band. My magazine advert overall was pastiche mainly from the Killers advert. I have however challenged this advert in terms of photographs. I have made 2 magazine adverts with the Mark II pastiche from Lana Del Rey's Born to Die advert, which we use iconography of her hair to promote our band. The first pastiche from the Killers advert. I decided to use the original one because it gave more synergy throughout the branding. This is also because looking at real media texts, the only ones using iconography are the already successful and established bands such as the Foo Fighters. Also, the photograph was in black and white, but the levels were not adjusted enough to create synergy between that and my digipack in the black and white colouring. I edited the photos on the magazine advert on Adobe Premiere at Photoshop CS 5.5 to look like this because of the colouring being important. I did not find any digipack that looked like this, so I challenged conventions, but I felt this was more important to create the correct branding of the band and to create synergy. I also felt this was important to create pleasures, using Dennis McQuail's uses and gratification theory. I used escapism, which we have used within both parts of our video and also our ancillaries, because in the digipack and poster they are on stage, which for many they are living the dream. This is very stereotypical of indie video, as producers like to create this audience pleasure. We have also developed a personal identity within the brand as we present themes and ideologies of sex, drugs and rock and roll. We have mainly created this through iconography while filming and camera angles, and what can be seen and what can't be seen within our video. For example, the high arc shot of the alcohol and cigarettes, which connote this ideology next to the bed. We developed this in editing of our products on Adobe Photoshop CS 5.5, using effects to create the red lips becoming more prominent on the digipack as they connote sexuality, and also the black and white to create synergy. This is also because in the music video, all of our performances is in black and white. This helps create horizontal integration because of all the branding of the actual band playing is in black and white. We could not use the same levels as our advert in digipack on the video, however, because it would have had low verisimilitude and just look horrible. My digipack is pastiche from lots of digipacks, but no particular one. For example, the Bruce Springsteen for the detail on the back, this one for using the black and white, and then the band on the back for the back of the digipack, and Coldplay for the text on the back. I have not pastiche the black and white from anywhere. This is mainly because in order to create synergy, I needed to have black and white on the digipack. I also struggled to find examples of digipacks, as modern indie artists probably are not going to produce them because of not having enough money at their disposal, because why would they create a digipack when they can share their music online for free, like on youtube.com, or put it on iTunes like our band's album is, both from which you can make a profit if it makes enough money. I changed quite a few things after feedback on my digipack. This is because I did not relate it enough to my video and did not create verisimilitude. For example, before I had the chandelier on my digipack bag, which did not relate to anything, and also the levels were not clear enough. But after true to feedback, I could see my mistakes and I made the changes I should have done in the first place. I do admit I struggled when creating my magazine advert because of the lack of photographs we took that was of a professional standard in my eyes, especially not taking any at the gigs. Because of this, I knew I could not create what I wanted to create, which was a whole photograph with text on, which seemed to be the general convention, for example, the Arctic Monkeys advert. So instead I took stills of the music video and all of the other footage by going on Adobe Premiere and using snipping tool. However, these were not good enough quality to be very big, so I put lots of small ones on, making the ones I could of the band as big as possible. My fail on my music magazine advert was due to the lack of planning on making the ancillaries during the making of our music video. I used Maddie on the digipack because she is a classic femme fatale. She is also an ideal self and partner, Carl Rogers 1959, appealing to my target audience, which is pretty much equal on 60% male and 40% female. I can use this to exploit her to my target audience as a sellable commodity by using the male gaze, especially Laura Mulvey 1975. However, I did not use her on my magazine advert. This is because, as a whole album, she is in one music video. And though she is important, and on the digipack her lips are as iconography, but on the advert we have not needed her to use her iconography to create synergy because of the other branding in black and white. However, we did have the front of the digipack on the advert anyway, which does create cross promotion. This also occurred in convention of magazine adverts seen on The Killers and Jessie J. Overall, my brand identity is very much the playful lads in a band who have high ideologies of sex, drugs and rock and roll, who don't really care about much. I have tried to show this mainly through iconography of my entire brand, as creating this preferred reading, whole 1980, to the audience will be very important in the whole demographic branding getting recognition.